Tom Brady has been slipping in each of the last 2 years. And by slipping, I mean the underlying statistic, yards per attempt, how he does against the blitz or pressure generally. He's been awful, like practically dead last in the league in those kind of very important underlying stats. And so he doesn't make the Pro Bowl because he's not good enough anymore to make the Pro Bowl. Now, in terms of the weapons, he has hit a stride there where he didn't even need elite weapons to put up excellent numbers, right? But he's no longer that player. He does need them. And he's in an era, importantly, where that kind of quarterback, the immobile pocket passer who gives you the good feeling under pressure, although, again, he hasn't been good when actually facing pressure, like guys coming at him, who you believe can make good decisions and deliver the ball accurately, though, again, his accuracy hasn't been what it was. That guy's not good enough anymore. I mean, he better have some weapons around him. Garoppolo's not in the Pro Bowl. Garoppolo's having a good season. He's having a Tom Brady pre-Randy Moss type of season. He's not in the Pro Bowl anymore. Look at the players who selected to the Pro Bowl. Okay, Drew Brees, who's on a great team with a great coach and great offensive weapons and is still playing great, is the only guy who can't move around and throw too. Look at everyone else. Stay in the NFC, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, mobile guys who can throw, and all the guys in the AFC. If you're not a dual threat quarterback nowadays, boy, you better be outstanding, which Tom Brady is not anymore, or have weapons that make you look that way, which he doesn't.
Oh, my God, bro. You got to let this dude, you got to let this go, Max. Like, listen, first of all.
Did he make the Pro Bowl?
First of all, Tom Brady didn't make the Pro Bowl because Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson played better. That's why he didn't make the Pro Bowl. It ain't that he ain't good enough to make the Pro Bowl. Drew Brees made the Pro Bowl, and I 100% agree. Like, when you're immobile and you can't extend plays as much, which neither one of them has ever been able to do their entire career, you have to have guys around you. What Stephen A. is saying, devoid of talent, Tom Brady doesn't make the Pro Bowl. You give Tom Brady, Drew Brees the surroundings, Tom Brady's probably in the Pro Bowl. This is simple, dude. Like, I get it. Tom Brady's not as good as he used to be. We're comparing Tom Brady to Tom Brady, though. Like, it's just one of those situations, man, where you want to keep beating this dead horse and act like the man doesn't have the ability to be and play on a Pro Bowl or all-pro level, like it doesn't have anything to do with the people around him.
Yeah, but
like, even if he's not as great as he used to be, he's still good enough to be a Pro Bowler and possibly an all-pro if he had people around him.
You're making
it's
my
simple.
point, though. You're making my point.
What, Max?
In order for Tom Brady to be a Pro Bowler, he would need extraordinary help around him.
He did it last year. He had Gronk. He had Gronk, and they made plays at the end of the year.
Greatest tight end who ever lived, and running backs who could catch and run.
Does Drew Brees not have the best wide receiver in the NFL this year?
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Although Drew Brees is still delivering the ball very accurately.
So, Max, let me ask you a question. Did we not see Tom Brady have a successful year last year?
Yeah, but it was way down from the year before.
He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. The defense won the Super Bowl.
Max, what they all trying to do, Max? What are all the quarterbacks trying to do? What are all of them trying to do?
Am I making it up that it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time?
No, you're not making it up. But who was the quarterback that scored 13 points to win the game?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Did he throw a touchdown pass? I'm trying to remember.
He hit a long pass at the end of the Kansas City game to Gronk at the end.
Let me interject.
After he got another shot.
Marcus, hold your pause. Hold it for a second. First of all, you think you slick because what you try to do, Max, is interrupt people in the middle of a sentence so they don't get to their point when they're getting at you. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, here's where you lose the potency of your argument. The same arguments that you made here was what you were making when he was winning. And you ultimately conceded you were a year late. We say you were 2 years late. But even if you go to your year late about Tom Brady, you were saying this kind of stuff back then, and it clearly wasn't true. Third, when you look at the paucity of weapons that he has available to him right now, he can't throw the football to himself. If your argument would be, if Tom Brady had Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Cook and these boys, and he looked like this, I wouldn't say a word. I sit here, Max.
Absolutely.
I sit right here, Max, and go like this. Damn, you got a good point. But you're ignoring the weapons he has around him.
Wait, if you are suggesting that if Tom Brady had great offensive line protection and had all-pro receivers and running backs wherever you looked, could he possibly make a Pro Bowl? Sure, because people are
Max. I'm only
sure.
bringing that up, Max, because you brought up Drew Brees and how Drew Brees is looking.
Yes.
That's the only reason I use it as an example.
Two things. Those are two separate things. One, Drew Brees is looking better than Tom Brady. Independently, he's more accurate. He's always been more accurate anyway. He's more accurate. Two, he does have more weapons around him, and if you're not a dual threat, you better have those weapons.
Marcus, before I come back to you, I'll ask and try, because we want to hear from Marcus. Try to answer this quickly, Max Kellerman. If a receiver is wide open, okay, if they're open, they gain separation, and they're open, isn't that entirely different than dudes who can't get open, confusion with route running and things of that nature that Tom Brady has been subjected to this year? Is that the same situation? It's not about an all-world.
You really need an answer from me for that?
Yes.
That's a leading question. So if you get a yes or no, you don't need me for that. Anyone would answer yes or
good.
no to that.
Then go ahead, Marcus.
So why do you ignore the fact that him being devoid of talent cost him looking like a Pro Bowl quarterback?
Well, first of all, I don't think he is because I don't think he's Pro Bowl level anymore. In other words, if you gave him average stuff, would he be in the Pro Bowl? No, but my very point is not even that this is about the cliff. My point is the league has changed to the point that if you're not a dual threat quarterback, you better be elite.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.